Welcome to KoboToolbox in 15 minutes. I'm going to show you how to master the world's most popular free tool for mobile data collection. You're going to create a free account and then your first form, and then you're going to add questions, groups, and repeats. Next, you're going to enhance your form with skip logic, validation logic, and even make your questions mandatory. And then we're going to deploy the form and collect data using web forms and also using the KoboCollect Android app. And finally, you're going to be able to download the data. Let's begin. First, we need to create an account. So go to KoboToolbox.org. Once you're on the website, click on Get Started. Click Create an account on one of the servers. The software in both servers is exactly the same. I'm going to create an account in the global KoboToolbox server. Here, fill in the Create an Account form. Make sure your username is all lowercase letters without spaces. If a username already exists, then try a different one. Once you're done with this form, click Create an Account. It says we need to confirm our email address, so let's log into the email. Now click on the link to activate the account and then click Confirm. Now let's go ahead and create our first project. In KoboToolbox, a project means a form. So click on New and then click Build from Scratch and fill in the form with your project details. Once you're done, click Create Project. On the right-hand side, I have the form that I'll be using for practice. To add a question in your form, click the plus button right here and then add the question text. This is the text that will show up on the form. My first question is name of head of household. Once you're done, press the Enter key on your keyboard or click on Add Question. I just like to press the Enter key. It's much faster. Next, you're going to choose the question type. Now, this depends on the kind of response that you're expecting. For this question, I expect typed text, so I'm going to choose the text question type. Let's add the next question, which is gender. I click the plus button again and then type gender. Then I'm going to press Enter key. For this question, we have two options, but only one is going to be selected by the respondent. So I'm going to choose select one, and then we're going to type our options. Let's add the next one, which is age. Again, just click the plus button, type age, and then press Enter. And for this question, I'm going to choose the question type number. Let's go ahead and save our form at this point. And on the toolbar here, you can click on this first button to preview the form. Our form looks really great. Let's close the preview and continue. Now, sometimes we need to group questions to create sections on the form, to improve form navigation, to enable skipping multiple questions at a time, or to create what is called a roster. Let's take a look at how you could do that. Press Ctrl key on the keyboard and hold it, then choose the questions that you want to add into a group. And then on the toolbar, click on this button right here that says Create Group with Selected Questions. And now we can click inside the word group, delete that, and give it an appropriate name. This is going to be household info. You can have groups inside of groups. Try that by adding more questions on your form. When you have questions that are very important on your form, you may want to make them mandatory. Respondents must provide a response to the questions before they can submit the data. I'm going to make the question name of head of household mandatory. So go to the settings of that question, which is this button right here, and then choose yes under mandatory response. And that's it. Let's try the same thing for the next two questions. Go to the settings for this gender question, and then on mandatory response, choose yes. Are you enjoying the video so far? We have lots of different courses from KoboToolbox to Power BI, SPSS, and Stata right at the Data for Development course platform. Become a member today and you can start up with a free membership. Just click on the link in the description or the one that you can see on your screen right now. Sometimes you have questions that have to repeat to capture multiple records from a single form. So for example, it might be multiple people in a single household, or multiple garden fields for a single farmer, or multiple participants of a single training event. In this case, you're going to use a repeat group. First of all, you need to add the questions just like we've done with these other questions right here. Then go ahead and group the questions. So press Ctrl key and hold it, and then select the questions and choose Create Group with Selected Questions. Then go to the group settings by clicking on this button right here, and then turn on Repeat this group if necessary. If you want all the questions in this group to show up on a single screen on mobile devices, you can also click on the appearance setting and then choose field list. Then we can exit the group settings by clicking on this X button right here. And now let's give this group a name. One of KoboToolbox's powerful features is the ability to control when a question can be displayed on the form depending on the response that was given on a previous question. Now we call this skip logic. For example, we want to display marital status if the age is at least 16 years. Now this is just for example purposes. Go to the settings of the question that needs to be skipped. In this case, that would be the marital status question. And then click on skip logic and add a condition. Now choose the question that's controlling the skip. So click the drop down and choose age. Next, you're going to choose the logical operator. In this case, that's going to be when it's greater than. And then you type in the response value, which in this case is going to be 16. KoboToolbox really holds your hand when it comes to data quality. You can add validation criteria, which are rules that you add on the form to control what can be accepted as valid values. When a value is outside of the criteria that you have defined, then the form is going to display an error message prompting the user to review the value and re-enter a different value that is going to be valid. Go to the settings of the question where you want to add a validation criteria. So in this case, that will be the age question in the household info group. Then click on validation criteria, click add a condition. It says this question's response has to be, we want this to be at least 18 years old. So I'm going to click the drop down here and choose greater than or equal to. And on the response value, I'm going to type 18. And finally, we type in the error message, which is must be at least 18 years old. Let's preview our form one last time. The first three questions are mandatory. So if I click on validate and click OK, we can see that we must provide some response here to proceed. And if I provide a value that's less than 18 on this question, it says must be at least 18 years old. And on this question, the age has to be above 16 for us to see the next question. Now that you're done developing the form, the next step is to deploy it so you can start data collection. Let's do that. Click on the Save button, then click on the Close button that's next to the Save button, and then click on Deploy. You can enter data using the web form. The first thing you need to do is to choose your data entry mode right here. I'm going to leave the default. Next, either click on Copy to send a link to data entry clerks or respondents for self-administered surveys, or just click Open to open the form. If you want your enumerators or respondents to fill the form without having to enter a KoboToolbox username and password, then you're going to have to turn on the option to allow submissions without username and password. But if you want to secure your form to avoid any unauthorized submissions to the form, then you're going to have to share your project with your audience and make sure that this button is turned off. I'm going to allow submissions to this form without a username and password. And then let's click on Open. Let's fill in this form. Once you're done filling in the form, you click on Submit. Most people use the KoboCollect app to collect data in the field. Now, go to Play Store on your mobile device, search for the KoboCollect app, and then install it. To configure KoboCollect with your KoboToolbox account, tap on Manually Enter Project Details. Then start by entering the URL of your server. You can find that by clicking the drop-down under Collect Data and then selecting Android Application. And here's our server right here. I can just copy this. And then we paste it under URL. Then type in the username and password for your account. Click Add. To download your forms from your account into the mobile device, go to Download Form. Make sure the form is selected and then tap on Get Selected. To enter data, tap on Start New Form. Choose your form, and then go ahead and start data entry. This is our repeat group. If I tap next, it's going to ask me if I want to repeat the group by adding household members. I'll tap on add, and then we can add another record here. If you are done adding records in the repeat group, you can just tap on cancel, and that takes us to the end of our form where we have to tap on finalize. To send the data to the server, just tap on ready to send, choose your record, and then tap on send selected. So at any point, you can log into your KoboToolbox account to see the data that you're receiving. So open the project, go to the data tab, and you can see the data within the table view. Switching to the reports view, you'll be able to see your data summarized automatically into charts and tables. To download the data, click on downloads, and then click on export. And here an export will be generated. Next, click on download. And that's going to download an Excel file, which we can open to see our data. If you love this video, then of course, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for even more videos. And also head over to the Data for Dev website and enroll in our free membership for courses with certificates. And if you or your organization is looking for custom training or custom installation of KoboToolbox, then we have a link to contact us in the description.